Builder. Cost, about $400. What is this? This is a wireless lavalier microphone kit. It takes 2 body packs and slams it into 1 receiver. What does it sound like? This is it going straight into the GH5. And this is what it sounds like when I do some shit to it in Final Cut Pro X. Operates in the 500 megahertz frequency range, which is currently safe and not illegal in the United States. Has a range about 300 feet in ideal conditions. You can output a stereo signal or a mono signal. Has a headphone jack for your operator if your camera doesn't have a headphone jack. Comes with 2 lavalier mics, a stereo 3.5 cable, a mono XLR cable. If you want stereo XLR, you're gonna need a 3.5 to XLR splitter. Uses AA batteries, average around 2 hours, depending on your settings. Do I recommend it? Yes, done. Roll that intro. What's up, everybody? You are watching Too Long Didn't Read Filmmaker, where the answers comes first, the reasons come last, but we are constantly and always still learning. So today we're going to be talking about whether or not the Saramonic UwMic9 wireless lav set is going to be the right audio set for you and your filmmaking kit. Now, the biggest reason why I bought this lavalier set is because not only is it wireless, but you can use 2 transmitters to 1 receiver. And this is awesome because now I don't need to buy 2 different sets. I can just have this smaller set and be ready to go. Not only that, the way it does the audio output, you can either go stereo mode so that the left side handles one signal, the right side handles the other signal, and then in post you can kind of work both sides. Or you can actually just output straight mono and then you get it into camera and you just go right away. That is really awesome. They also have this separate XLR module for XLR microphones like these, and it does give phantom power. So if you do a lot of trade shows like NAB, which is coming up quite soon, you can actually just have the interviewer host have the lavalier on them, and then they can use the XLR module and give it to the interviewee, or they can actually handle it themselves. And that way you can get everything you need to go into the camera and you can upload right away. In case you missed the test in the beginning, this is what it sounds like going straight into my GH5, where the preamps are set at -12. The receiver unit is outputting at volume 23, and my transmitter unit is shooting out a low level signal. And this is what it sounds like when I add a noise gate followed by a multi-band compressor in Final Cut Pro X. As you can see, the sound quality is not that bad. Up until now, most of my videos have been recorded from this Saramonic lav set, going straight into my GH5 with no other preamps in between. And the sound quality is actually quite good. Now, we can't get away from the awesome price point of this thing. At $399 for both transmitters to 1 receiver, if you were going to get this from the Sennheiser G3, you're basically going to be looking at almost towards, I think, $1,200. So the savings you get for what you're actually going to be able to produce, depending on what it is you're using it for, this is quite a steal. Now, if there's one bad thing I'm going to say about this, is that if you try to pump the volume output level all the way to the highest at volume 30, you're definitely going to start hearing some hissing in the background. Right now I have this volume set at 23, and I'm purposely talking a lot louder than I usually do, but I feel like this is kind of the sweet spot depending on the person you're actually recording. While I wish the battery setup was kind of like the Sennheiser AVX, which has a custom lithium-ion battery which allows them to really shrink down the entire kit, I'm not going to hold it against the Saramonic. The fact that it uses AA's, if you're traveling like out of state, out of town, or what have you, and your lithium-ion battery goes out, it's not that hard for you just to go into a little store and get yourself some AA's and be right on your way. Another great feature that this thing has is it does have a headphone out from the receiver unit. Now, if you are using DSLRs that don't actually have a headphone jack, no worries, you're covered. So other reviewers have already shown how far you can actually be away from the receiver unit, and it's something like a football field's length away. It's quite far. So let's be honest here. Chances are you're not going to be shooting that kind of a distance from your subject at every given moment. If you are, then you're definitely going to need a different solution. Chances are you're going to be doing something like this, where you're right in front of the camera, or if you're on a narrative film set, you probably have a sound operator that's going into another recorder, and they're going to be much closer to the talent than the camera is. But if for some reason you are doing a narrative shoot and you are going to go straight into the camera, you're probably only going to be anywhere from 30 to 50 feet away from the actual actors, depending on your lens choices, and it will work just fine. So what's the bottom line here? The bottom line is, for the money compared to an equivalent 2-set setup, you're getting a whole lot. The sound quality is great. I love the fact that you have the Xlr module, so if you do a lot of trade shows, that will basically streamline your production very, very well. And the fact that it is made completely out of metal and it's quite solid. If this video has made all the difference in your purchasing decisions, I would really appreciate it if you use my Amazon affiliate links down below. Again, this does not cost anything extra to you. It just gives me a little kickback so I can continue making videos like this for you. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave it down below. I love answering them and I love interacting with you guys. You guys have been awesome. Like and subscribe to this video, and I will see you in the next one.